What up? Welcome back to the channel, and today on Nino Reacts, we got 1090 Jake exposing paperwork on rapper 03 Greedo. Now, if you don't know who these two men are, I'll tell you real quick. 1090 Jake is a successful YouTuber who got his start on a prison channel, I believe, an interview. People liked his style. He came up, started making his own mark in the YouTube game, and the rest is history. 03 Greedo is a rapper from California, a Grape Street Crip gang member, and supposedly a tough guy and a rapper. And there's basically paperwork that popped up today showing that he might not be as tough as he raps or claims to be. So real quick, y'all, we're gonna watch this video of 1090 Jake breaking down the paperwork. I'm gonna tell you one thing: this dude right here, once he's on your case, man, it's basically over, because this guy has solid content. He does his research, and man, it's pretty damaging to say the least, especially to those that uphold to these street codes of no snitching or working with law enforcement. Check it out.
Man, what's up, everybody?
That's the worst part I hate about these videos. Let's continue.
Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on 03 Greedo and the new paperwork that just came to light.
And I got it sped up a little bit. Let's go.
June 28th, 2016. It was 10:47 in the morning when a Patriot County Sheriff's deputy in Texas pulled over a vehicle on the highway for a traffic violation.
I heard about this a while back. This was 4 years ago. I don't want to keep stopping and going, but I'll say this. When I heard about it, it was wild. And y'all know me, y'all. I'm against meth. But before I continue, let's continue.
Approaching the passenger side door, the deputy immediately smelled burnt marijuana and realized the passenger was in the vehicle as his seat had been fully reclined. Making the driver aware he can't be in the left lane if he isn't passing other vehicles, he apologized and said he wasn't from around. The deputy pointed out multiple highway signs indicating the left lane's purpose when the passenger said, "I'm a rapper." The driver said he saw the signs but didn't know what they meant, and the rapper said, "If I was driving, I would have known."
Who do you think the rapper is?
Asking the driver for his license and insurance, the passenger rapper said the car was a rental and handed over his driver's license instead of the driver. The passenger would be identified as 28-year-old Jason Jamal Jackson, who's more commonly known as the Watts rapper 03 Greedo. The deputy would ask for the vehicle's rental agreement and again ask the driver for his license, to which he was told they didn't have either. The driver would say his name is Justin, and the deputy asked him to step out of the vehicle and walk back to the patrol car to gather his information.
Real quick, do not mess with Texas. We don't play games.
The deputy noted both men seemed nervous, talking fast, and over each other. Justin would sit in the front seat of the deputy's vehicle as the deputy noticed Greedo climb over to the driver's seat of the rental. Justin was fully identified as Justin Scott Leader and admitted his license was suspended over tickets. He advised they were traveling from Vegas to Houston and he was helping Greedo drive. When asked how long he'd known Greedo, Justin told the deputy a couple years. He was at his auntie's house in Vegas, and Greedo was supposed to do a show in Vegas, and he came with him to Houston so he wouldn't have to be by himself. But Justin would state they both lived in California. The deputy didn't think the story made any sense, and the criminal search showed Greedo has an extensive criminal history for weapons-related offenses.
And real quick, when I heard about this story, I was like, man, this is wild. These guys are in Texas, of all places, getting pulled over, hemmed up, and check out what happens next.
Justin was calm, but his speech was rapid, and the deputy had to have him repeat things several times in order to write them down.
Nervous.
When asked where he rented the car, Justin said, "I'm not sure." When asked who rented the car, Justin said, "You gotta ask him, I'm not even sure." Justin became restless as the deputy asked questions about their travel and the rental car. At times, Justin would scratch at his beard, wipe down his shirt, mess with his shorts, and fidget with his hands and arms. When asked if they had anything illegal in the car, he said no. When asked if Greedo had anything illegal on him, Justin said, "No sir, he don't got nothing. We just trying to make it to the show. Not a blunt of weed in there no more." The deputy advised Justin that he was going to search his car before approaching the vehicle on the driver's side where Greedo had moved to. Requesting he exit the vehicle, Greedo complied. The deputy advised dispatch that he was going to start searching the vehicle. Starting with the driver's side, the deputy observed an empty blunt wrap on the floor. With fast food and junk scattered throughout the car, the deputy pushed the trunk release button and observed a big black plastic trash bag with clothing inside.
Whoa.
Several pairs of shoes, clothing, and an Adidas duffel bag was scattered throughout the trunk. On the left side was a Pamper diaper box that had excessive clear packaging tape to keep it shut. The tape did not appear to be that from the manufacturer. Through the handle holes on the side, it appeared to have the original contents of packaged baby diapers. Noticing the clothes in the trunk were damp with laundry detergent, the deputy returned to his patrol unit and put on latex gloves.
had laundry detergent. I mean, that's kind of simple. They wanted to hide or mask the aroma or whatever's in that box.
Returning to the trunk, he removed the trash bag onto the floor and examined the contents further. Reaching in and grabbing the Pamper diaper box, he cut the heavily taped top portion. He saw 2 packs of diapers inside, with one already open and barely any diapers left in it. When he took the pack out, he then saw a brown paper bag, and inside of that was multicolored plastic bags with clear Ziploc bags inside of them. Moving the bags aside, the deputy then saw large crystallized rocks. Realizing he just found a stash of meth, the deputy drew his weapon, telling Greedo to get on the ground while yelling at Justin to put his hands up.
And there it is. They were found with meth in Texas. And there's more. But basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is how dumb this guy is. Him and his co-defendant. How would you sit there smoking marijuana, trying to transport illegal drugs, and then you get pulled over? How dumb can you be to do so? Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. But that's the rapper. That's the idol of many. He has about 500,000 followers on Instagram. Oh, they're turning him a new one now. But that's how this guy operates. Idol to many, but pretty stupid. Let's continue.
Backup arrived and the 2 men were placed in cuffs as a total of 4.2 pounds of meth was removed from the Pamper box, along with 2 stolen handguns that were found hidden in the center console of the vehicle.
That's why I did this video. I want to help expose this rapper because I think his music is degenerate. Yes, he is somewhat talented. I've heard some of his stuff, but I'm going to tell you, I can't stand a drug dealer. I can't stand a drug trafficker, especially when it comes to meth. I've told stories. I have a video on that, what it did to my community. And I think that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a no-go, big time. Selling dope in 2023 or in the last whatever years, you're lazy, wicked, and like this guy, stupid.
While inside of the back of the deputy's patrol car, 03 Greedo was recorded saying, "Damn bro, we slipped up. We fucked up really, but we can't talk in here. We messed it up."
This guy goes to the back of the cop car and starts saying these statements, which everybody knows. Basically, the cop car is bugged. Anybody in their right mind, even someone that's a regular civilian, would probably know that. But this guy, Greedo, goes in the back seat, y'all, and says that they effed up. This is crazy where, 1090 Jake gets his paperwork, he does his homework, the pictures. This guy is an awesome, sleuth. I don't know how you say it, Sherlock Holmes, basically. Great job by 1090 Jake. That's why I'm glad to do a reaction video because he lays it all on the line. Let's continue.
The 2 men would then be transported for an interview with the DEA. Special Agent Reese would interview the 2 men, and following Miranda, 03 Greedo would state he was being paid $3,000 to drive with Justin from California to Houston, and that he didn't know there was meth in the vehicle.
He snitched. Regardless of what anybody tries to say or make up excuses, by street code right here, talking to law enforcement, big no-no. Giving a statement to law enforcement when you're in that crime ring, when you're in that circle of, corruption and street rules and whatever, which there is no rules in the street. There's no honor amongst thieves like Charleston White says. But in that realm, in that arena, to speak to law enforcement is a big no-no. And especially with the politics in California with the gangs, without going too deep in that at all, it's a big time no-no. You cannot speak to law enforcement. You will basically get put off the hood. You'll basically be marked as no good for being a snitch. They put that jacket on you. They label you a snitch. You get no love in the hood when you cooperate with law enforcement. Right here, this guy's cooperating with law enforcement, and there's a black and white to prove it. Let's continue.
He'd state he felt there was something illegal taking place, but didn't want to know the details.
Oh.
Agents attempted to speak with Justin, but following Miranda, he would not give any information regarding the meth and requested a lawyer. Both men would be arrested and charged with possessing roughly $80,000 worth of meth, while Greedo was also charged with possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Wow.
03 Greedo would be sentenced in 2018 to 20 years in prison, but would be free on parole in only 4 years. Not only did Greedo make an incriminating comment in the back of a recorded police car while telling his co-defendant they couldn't speak there, he essentially threw his co-defendant under the bus after telling the DEA agent he was being paid to travel with his co-defendant and felt something illegal was going on.
And the first thing I thought when I heard that 03 Greedo was released from prison, I said, that's way too short. Because I remember I heard about this because I'm from Texas. I hate meth. And I know who 03 Greedo is. He got caught with so many pounds of meth, 80K plus street value. He gets 20 years. I will believe this is federal. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken. But either way, he gets 20 years. He gets out in 4 with the gun charge, convicted felon. So I didn't even know all those facts of the case. I just know whenever he was released, I said in my head, something ain't adding up right. I thought this guy was going down for a long haul, but he gets a 20-year sentence and he only does 4. What does that tell you? Think about that.
With a 20-page arrest report showing he was the only one willing to speak with DEA agents, audio has also surfaced of Greedo's co-defendant speaking on the situation and clearing his own name because apparently Greedo was going around the hood saying his co-defendant snitched on him.
To be honest, just from hearing this, I could tell what kind of guy 03 Greedo is. Basically selfish, looking out for himself, kind of a slime ball, and then to throw his co-D under the bus, and then to go slander the co-D's name out there. It's pretty sorry if you think about it. Hey, man up, take your charge like a man, right?
You gangster rap. How you say some weird shit like that?
What do you say?
The police asked him something, and he was just like, I don't know. I got to call my friend, but I felt like something illegal was going on. I felt like there was something in there because I know him, and I know how he is, but I didn't know about nothing. Put that on my nigga. Yo, niggas look at me sideways. What if you niggas would have wanted to jump the ship and do something to a nigga? Like, think about that. You gotta know the lifestyle we living, bro. The niggas we dealing with. And the shit we talk about and put out there at our lifestyle. So why would you put that on something? What if I would have really got my head knocked back, bro?
Now keep in mind, I myself did not find this paperwork. This paperwork was sent to me by the Grapes.
The Grapes. That's the gang that 03 Greedo is from, or maybe was from. I don't know. They sent this info with all this intel to 1090 Jake to expose 03 Greedo. And it's kind of interesting how people in the comments on 03 Greedo's Instagram page, they're saying that's why they realize that he hasn't gone back to his community, back to where his gang is and stays at, because he probably is not welcome back, especially with this paperwork that has been released that the gang done probably had since day one. Paperwork comes out with the, co-defendant, with the person, the suspect being charged. He already has all this information. The media, people, bloggers and YouTubers and everybody else is going to get this info months to years later. The guy that caught the charge, y'all, him and his people, they got the paperwork right there.
Hey, yo, Jake, you want to expose these niggas on BL, these niggas hoes, mark ass, ratting ass niggas on GL. It's drama time, nigga. Crunch time, nigga. Ain't nothing bigger, nigga. You know ain't nothing bigger, nigga. Yeah, nigga. PRM, nigga. Gang, nigga. Fuck.
When he says nothing's bigger, it's usually what I hear with these prison politics or gang politics. No one's bigger than the cause, basically. Just because you get money or you get rich or whatever, you ain't bigger than the car that you're riding with. You know what I mean? So...
And this wasn't just a 20-page arrest report. I was sent all the evidence photos from the case, leaving little to no room for argument about how valid the paperwork is.
That's how 1090 Jake got it. He acquired all this intel and all this evidence and pictures and whatnot from the Grapes. The Crips sent this to 1090 Jake to expose 03 Greedo. This is a lot of documentation and a lot of evidence for one man to have, yet they sent it to 1090 Jake.
Knowing how strict California gang politics can be, the statement Greedo gave against his co-defendant is definitely damaging. And it's that much worse that law enforcement pointed out Greedo had an extensive criminal history, but it was his co-defendant who refused to answer questions and ask for a lawyer.
The rapper sings like a canary. The co-defendant is probably the real street dude that abides by street rules and keeps his mouth shut.
It was also his co-defendant who told the deputy Greedo didn't have anything illegal on him when he could have put it all on Greedo. Now I know the politics behind this is gonna be heavy. You're gonna have people leaning one way, you're gonna have people leaning another way, right? How I look at it is this. Everyone on the internet has their own definition of snitching. People are gonna say, oh, he didn't snitch. Snitching is when two people go and commit a crime together and then one person tells on the other, da. If we take that, right, that example right there, they were pulled over. The driver said, oh, I didn't know what the signs meant, because that's why they were pulled over, for a traffic violation. 03 Greedo was like, I'm a rapper. If I was driving, I would have known what the signs meant. Why would you even say that shit?
He's basically already given up his partner, y'all, right? Acting all lame, acting all brand new. You rap about it. And this is the point, though, ladies and gentlemen. This guy raps about it. This guy talks about it. He claims he lives it. Yet when it goes down to it, when there's no cameras, when it's just him, his co-defendant, and big old tough DPS state trooper or someone, grilling them, the true colors show. Am I right? Let's continue.
That right there is already like, man, what the fuck are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that little incident right there would be in the back of my mind like, this isn't about to go good.
Like I said, 03 Greedo, I kind of know guys like this from back in my day in the hood, whatever. Slime balls, dudes that'll throw you under the bus real quick. They don't only care about themselves. And again, there's no honor amongst thieves. There's no rules in the street, basically. But there is some kind of, I would say, morality, honor, or not even honor. I don't even know the right word here, right? Basically, some kind of respect for your fellow, crime partners. I don't know, your people, your family, whatever. Me and my people back in my day, we're all related. So there is no this thing of snitching on each other, because you cannot do that and go back to your community where all your family lives in that neighborhood, and it don't work like that. That's just how I know how it is on my end. And I'm telling you, in California, the gang politics is probably even, more harsher on these people that are involved in this kind of lifestyle from cradle to the grave.
But then we get put in the back of the police car, right? Me and Greedo sitting there. I'm the driver. He goes,
second strike.
Man, we fucked up. We can't talk in here, but we fucked up. Why are you talking in here?
He knew what he was doing.
I know we're not supposed to talk in here. That's why I'm not talking in here. But you talking in here on the fucking camera.
Yup.
Then he gets interviewed by the DEA. The fucking DEA. They read him his Miranda. You have the right to remain silent.
Third strike.
Whatever. Do you still wish to speak with me? Yes. What happened?
Wow.
03 Greedo says, I got paid $3,000 to drive down to Houston with him. I didn't know what was going on. I felt like something illegal was going on. I didn't know there was meth in there.
I ain't gonna lie, the way 1090 breaks it down and the way he acts, right? I can see 03 Greedo being a slime ball and kind of trying to slide out of this, right? Basically telling the truth. Maybe 03 Greedo wasn't the drug dealer. Maybe he wasn't the main man. Maybe he just was paid the $3K to take a trip with his homeboy, right? It kind of sounds more simplistic. It sounds more obvious that probably is the case here. But there he is singing like a bird. There he is giving up his homeboy, his fellow gang member, and it's all bad.
That statement right there, in my opinion,
all of it.
You're throwing your co-defendant under the bus. I got paid $3,000 to travel with him. I felt like something illegal was going on, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't want the details, and I didn't know there was anything in the car.
Yeah.
This is like literally the definition of you did something with somebody and then threw them under the bus.
Yep.
I felt like something illegal was going on. This is an admission of guilt. Why would you feel like something illegal is going on?
Who would even say that?
You thought something was suspect that he was doing? So what are you really doing? That's how I'm looking at it.
Yep.
You felt something illegal was going on and you decided to say this to a DEA agent, which is gonna make him look at the other guy. Okay, so this guy must have been doing something.
When you're in that life, y'all, you already know. They rap about it. Just shut your mouth. He even has a song like No Fold or No Snitching, whatever, but you keep your mouth shut. And of course, I'm a Christian, I'm a MAGA hat or whatever, but I'm talking about these guys by the rules they supposedly claim to live in or play in or whatever, or die in and whatever, live by. They are to keep their mouth shut. But that shows you what kind of man this guy is, right? What kind of slime ball he is, to tell you the truth. And again, I do not give him a pass or his co-defendant. I hate meth. I'm finna cuss. I hate meth with a passion. So I'm glad they both got pulled over, and I'm glad that Texas, DPS trooper or whoever it was, you don't play with Texas, y'all, for real. I'm glad that meth was taken off the streets 4 or 5 years ago. Man, that's good. Many families were impacted, and I'm glad that this happened. Let's continue.
This guy must have whatever. Come to find out, there's fucking 80K worth of meth and 2 guns in the center console.
Oh, and then the 2 guns. The 2 stolen guns. How stupid can you be, 03 Greedo? But look at his Instagram, y'all. This guy's living the life, smoking weed, diamonds, and gold, and much more, right? Diamonds and gold and much more galore. But today it changed. Let's continue.
But see, I don't have to be the politician. I'm just a YouTuber. California politics, they're gonna politic themselves.
True.
And they got some of the strictest politics. I don't think you're supposed to give any fucking statement, especially not saying, yeah, I got paid to, do this with him, and I felt like he was, shit was moving funny. Shit doesn't look good.
That's snitching. Down and out. You telling on your boy. You making a statement, talking to the police, talking to the people. You snitched, 03 Greedo.
Let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. I mean, we got to hear the co-defendant's thoughts on this. And once again, this is a rapper. We don't know if they're cool to this day. We don't know if, man, I'm gonna just let that shit slide, bro. It ain't that serious. We both did our time for this shit. We just gonna go back to getting this money. We don't know what the situation is of the relationship between them. But we heard the audio of the co-defendant feeling exactly how I feel. Why the fuck would you say something like that? That's crazy. Now, regardless of whether or not that statement was used against the co-defendant to punish him further, or the co-defendant felt like he couldn't do nothing but plea out because of that statement, homie, you wasn't supposed to give the statement. That's really what it comes down to. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
And I got to give it to him. Round of applause to 1090 Jake. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here is something else. He does some of the best, commentary, some of the best videos on YouTube. And this one right here, it got a 250,000 views. This thing was at 25K when I first seen it today. And right when I seen it, I said, damn. I went to go check out 03 Greedo's page, and they got nothing but rat emojis on all his posts, on his main couple of posts. They're basically calling him 6ix9ine, right? And then they're saying that he cannot go back to his neighborhood. Again, I'm not for any of this rap music. I'm barely covering this urban stuff due to, my fight against meth in the community. I hate it. I'm glad that officer, like I said, pulled these 2 scumbag drug dealers over and arrested them and put them in prison. But again, like I said, when I heard he got out early, I said, there's no way. 20-year sentence in a 4-year bid with the gun, with 80K worth of meth. Who knows if this guy even cooperated more? I wonder if his co-defendant is still locked up. I wonder how many years he got. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, this shows you right here. These idols, these kids look up to are nothing but scumbags, druggies, frauds, drug dealers. So again, I'm glad he was arrested, and I'm even more glad that he was exposed. Because what he did, y'all, let's be honest, that's what a coward will do. Hey, if you're in the street, take it like a man. If you're in the street, live by those rules that you proclaim and that you boast so proudly of. Have some kind of integrity about yourself at least. But again, you can't really expect that from these street dudes, to be honest, especially nowadays in 2023. What I don't like about this situation is this guy right here is not taking responsibility. Basically snitching on his homeboy to get out early and then acting all cowardly in the whole process of getting pulled over all the way to talking to the DEA. What a scumbag. What a fraud. Again, check out his Instagram, y'all. Diamonds, weed, living the high life. But look at the comments and see what the people think about him. And with that, y'all, I'm out. You're an American, you're a patriot, you got grit. Act like it.